debt payoff plan. First thing you're going to need to do, and this is an as usual, is budget. Cut expenses. We're going to have to contact our creditors to try to consolidate debt. We're going to increase our income. Always automate our payments. Track our progress. We need to set goals. We need to utilize any rewards or offers. Finally, we want to save money, of course, and we also want to stop spending money. When it comes to our budget, we are going to make sure that we are always tracking our income, that's the plus, and our expenses, that's the negative. There's always something we can cut out. Cutting expenses is next, and that is non-essentials. So you take away anything that you don't absolutely need. This would include things like eating out and subscriptions. Next is to contact your creditors. This is about negotiating. Negotiate. They will negotiate your payments. They will also negotiate interest, things like that. So give it a shot, give them a call, see if they can negotiate something with you. Consolidating our debt. Let's try to combine debts. So putting them together. So that you can have one large payment per month to cover everything. And that will really make a huge difference in a lot of people's situation. The hard part is actually getting the loan. So we have budget, cutting expenses, contacting our creditors, and trying to consolidate our debt. Increase income. This includes things like selling things or getting a job, a part-time job. So we need to increase our income because if we make more, we can pay more. Automate payments is the next thing, and we do this to avoid being late or just not paying. So you always want to pay something. Tracking our progress. This comes from creating our plan. So we're going to create a plan, and we are going to figure out what to pay. Then we're going to set goals. How will we pay? So this is about setting a target. So I'm going to pay that credit card, and how are you going to pay that? cash once a month? Are we going to set it up automatically to come out? When are you going to make extra payments? How exactly will you pay? Creating a plan and then tracking the progress is what you're going to pay. So I'm going to start with this credit card, then I'm going to move to this car loan. So that's the difference between tracking our progress and setting our goals. Then we want to use any rewards we get or offers. Sometimes that would be maybe some cash back that you've gotten saved up. Use that towards the debt. Balance transfers for 0%. That can always help. Transfer it over and then pay it off in that set amount of time. Any rewards, balance transfers, offers that you can use to help pay the debt. So we don't want to use, like, for instance, the 0% back to get into more debt. We want to use that as in a way that will help us to pay our debt. And we have save money. Save money. Again, always save money. So this is to remind you to save and pay at the same time. So when people tell you to say to pay yourself first, this is what they mean. You should always be paying yourself, even if you are in debt and you are trying to get out of debt. You should never use all of your available funds to pay debt. You should always keep something to the side for yourself. And then finally, we have stop spending. This requires commitment. Focus on lessening debt. So when you say to yourself, I'm going to stop spending, you have to mean it. You have to commit to it. It does not just easily happen for most people. You actually have to make sure that you put in the effort to not spend the money. This is an easy debt payoff plan for anyone to implement to attack some debt and get rid of some debt. This is a good way to at least start to chip away at it, if nothing else. Please leave a comment and let me know what you think.